Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, February 27th, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll see prices backed off of the 2800 to 2820 level. We talked about that before as being a big time zone in the chart. So here's 2800, here's 2820. Got as high as 2814, lower high yesterday, lower low yesterday. Today already a lower low, and of course the day is developing. We don't know if it'll be a higher high or a higher low maintained, but right now it is a higher lower highs and lower low structure. We are seeing the first 3-day pullback in a while. This was kind of a 3-day or at least a 2.5 day pullback before it raced off. This was kind of a 1 to 2 day pullback. This was sideways. So really it hasn't had many multiple down days in a row this year. The beginning of the year started off probably with the biggest 2-day pullback, and then it's raced higher. So it's been sideways to up for the most part. This is a little bit of a down pullback here, but it has also been mostly sideways for the last 6 days or so with an upward bias. We are now testing the 8-period average for the first time. We're coming into it, so it's getting very close to testing it, and that's going to tell us a whole lot. Is our prices below there going to be bid for another try higher, or are we going to back off of the 2800s pretty strong? Because remember, 2800 here has been where the market has sold over the last several months, and this is a good spot where again could lead to another return back toward 2600 to 2620. That could be a pretty deep pullback. At the very least, we're coming into March. This Friday would be March 1st, beginning of the new month. You can see where we are in terms of the pivot range for the next month. Again, at the very least, we could see some sort of pullback to begin the month of March before perhaps seeing an attempt to go higher. So we may see some sort of pullback coming, but again, the structure remains bullish at this time. Here's a look at the NQ. You'll see the NQ right now looks very similar to the ES. It's testing 7100 right now, 70.99.5. This is right at a key level. You can see 7130 is the top of this key range, and it's forming a very narrow range up here near these highs right at 7100 rather. And so right now what you see is the continuation of the uptrend, but things are clearly slowing down. Any major rejection here could really send this thing back down. Again, this would be similar to what we just talked about in the ES. This would come all the way back towards 6500 on the low end of that range. And again, we'll have to see how this plays out going into next month, because any pullback next month, there may be some sort of buy attempt and this thing can continue higher. But if that fails, I mean, this thing could be headed much lower. So we'll keep an eye on this and see if the tides are changing. Taking a look now at crude oil. What you'll see here is a nice uptrending market. You definitely see an upside break today and a continuation so far. Very, very strong. Likely to remain a trend day up type of scenario, especially if price continues to hold the intraday LVNs on the way up. For the most part, this upside break here looks pretty strong and implies at least a little bit more upside price action toward value above, which could be seen a little bit higher in the 57s up above. So again, still uptrending here. Nice buy the dip inside the 8-period average. We'll see if new highs are made ahead. Lastly, gold. Gold right here going sideways. This is something I warned about before. Gold has had a tendency to explode then go sideways, explode and go sideways. This was a nice explode, pullback, and now it's gone flat the last 4 days so far. I still think the overall trend is up. 1325 is still a great zone to continue to watch, for a continuation. A failure there could open up a return back toward 1300, and that could still be a buying opportunity to complete the move toward 1360. So again, right now, very narrow range developing in gold with a breakout to come. Keep in mind we still have Fed Chair Powell's testimony at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's today. And he also has a speech later on tomorrow evening as well. Crude oil inventories as well today. We'll see how that plays out as well. All right, everyone, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.